The Basilica of St. Lawrence in Lucina was built by Pope Sixtus III in the 5th century. It had a nave and 2 aisles with an apse in the back and the floor and wall level lower than it is today by as much as 2 meters. Inside is preserved the gridiron on which St. Lawrence was burned during the persecution ordered by Emperor Valerian in 258, enclosed in a precious reliquary in the first chapel on the right under the altar. A wooden crucifix from the 16th century, believed to be miraculous and the work of Michelangelo, is also kept in a chapel on the left, while on the high altar is Guido Reni's famous crucifixion, set between 4 columns and 2 semi-columns of ancient black marble. The remains of the great sundial built by Augustus in 10 B.C., with the help of Maecenas and Egyptian astronomers and mathematicians, were found under the basilica's sacristy. The Horologium Solarium consisted of a very large circular slab nearly 180 meters in diameter made of travertine slabs, on which were set bronze lines and letters to act as a dial. An Egyptian obelisk, now erected in the Piazza of Montecitorio and found here, was used as a gnomon, which in practice with its shadow functioned as an hour indicator hand. Pliny relates that the clock malfunctioned, perhaps because of the displacement of the obelisk caused by an earthquake, so much so that it had to be repaired under Domitian. For many years it was believed that Lucina had been a Roman matron, all faith and mercy, who allegedly founded in her home, according to the ancient custom of certain mostly patrician residences, an ecclesia domestica, that is, a place designated for worship not in a public basilica, but in a private home. Lucina later donated her own house to the Roman Church, which thus became the first foundation of the future Church of St. Lawrence. The second and, at the moment, more credited hypothesis, on the other hand, is due to the findings made in the basement of the basilica in 1983 and 1985 by the archaeological superintendents of Rome, when traces of various phases from the imperial period were brought to light, confirming the presence of an ecclesia. The earliest building, of which few remains except for a black and white mosaic floor, dates to the 2nd century A.D., then replaced in the next century by a larger insula, dated, thanks to the brick stamps found, to the Caracalla period. The ancient building corresponds to a Domus Lucini, a pre-Christian temple dedicated to the goddess Juno Lucina, from which the toponym of the square and basilica would derive, which was later used for Christian worship and later transformed into the first basilica,